So welcome. Today I'm going to be doing just like a simple like Sunday makeup look and also fixing like my hair that I curled yesterday. So first things first, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is probably, I'd say my favorite primer of the moment, just because I do feel like it grips my makeup pretty well. I just have like a really oily face, so I don't know if it's like, I don't know if there's anything that's gonna be that good, I guess, but I think it works. It does have like a really like sticky like feel to it, so it's supposed to help just like grip your product better. It's also supposed to be a dupe for the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. And this one I think was like $10, and you can always use coupons on it too, so I figured I'd give it a try, and then if I liked it, I could always splurge and then go for the actual like Milk Makeup branded one. Next, I'm gonna go in with my foundation, because I'm already halfway through the day. I'm gonna use my cheaper foundation. I'm going to use the Uoma by Sharon C foundation. I'm also gonna go with my Beauty Blender. I did splurge and I got the actual Beauty Blender brand, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's definitely quite worn down, but I do apply my makeup with the wet Beauty Blender, just because then the product like sits more on top of it. It doesn't soak into the sponge as much. There's definitely product that soaks in, but not like as much as just using just the straight Beauty Blender. So I try to apply this like in just like dabbing motion, so I'm not like rubbing this into my skin. I also try to focus like more on the T-zone area, just so that like where I'm like the most oily has the most product, instead of starting on my cheeks, because I don't get as oily there as I do like on my T-zone. Definitely getting makeup in my hair here. But I'm just gonna try to do like a simple look today. I'm probably gonna stream some crafts a little bit later also, but we'll see. It's quite cold where I'm at today. I mean, for me, I think it's quite cold. It's gonna rain, so I'm just feeling like being inside. This is like a pretty full coverage foundation. Like I've only done 2 pumps of it, and I feel like it's already pretty much covered my face pretty well, but I would say it's pretty buildable. If you wanted to go in and add more, you definitely could with this foundation. So there's also like the more expensive version of this foundation that you can get at like an Ulta or like a Sephora on the more expensive side. This one is like, it's just like plain Uoma. I think this one's like $40, and then the Sharon C by Uoma, this one I think is like $15 like at Walmart. So I try to only use like the more expensive $40 one for like special occasions and things, but it did recently go on sale, so I was able to get some for like half price, so now I can use them both interchangeably, which is nice. I don't really notice a huge difference in the formulas. I mean, because I feel like they're basically the same thing. It's just with the shades, they were slightly different. So I had to, like in this one, I think I'm like quite a few shades darker than in like the $40 one. So it was just, like I had ordered the same shade at first and it wasn't quite right. So that was like, that's really like the only big difference between the two of them, I would say. Because in the like cheaper one, I am the shade T6, and then the more expensive one, I'm the shade T3. But honestly, I don't think either of these is my skin color, because I fake tan, so then I like try to match like my face to be more tan to match the rest of my body. So because of that, I do try to drag some of my foundation down onto my neck, just so that it all looks a little bit more blended. So that's going to be it for foundation. Now we're going to move on to the powders for my face. I'm going in with the Laura Mercier powder. I'm going in with the KKW Beauty brush. This is probably not the best brush for this, but if you've been watching my other streams, I recently started using blush, and I'm just trying it out, so I don't have like a dedicated brush for my blush yet. Like, I'm just using the brush that I normally use for this powder. But I think I will soon have to start getting a blush brush. I also want to make sure that I am setting down the foundation that I put on my neck. I feel like because this Laura Mercier powder is a little bit more like on the expensive side, I probably don't use as much as I should, but that's okay. It's kind of a cooler day here, so I shouldn't be getting like that sweaty or anything. All right, I'm gonna move on to powder. I have got the L'Oreal Infallible. I guess this is like the first time I've like tried to use a ring light on this, just the lighting's like less weird, but it like definitely is like making like a weird reflection onto these products. But going in with my face powder with a Sigma brush. Almost all my brushes are Sigma. Last time I was at Target, I saw that Target actually started carrying Sigma branded brushes, which is pretty exciting, but they're like quite expensive at Target, and I don't know if just like I haven't bought a makeup brush in a while, or I haven't bought anything from Sigma in a while, but I thought they were kind of expensive for like $30 because I'm just used to, like, when I worked at a makeup store, just like stocking the Morphe brushes, because I swear those brushes are only like $5 or $6. But I do feel like these are pretty high quality brushes. I've used these almost every day for probably like the past like 5 years, which I don't really know what the expiration date on brushes is, but I feel like that's like quite a long time. Definitely getting makeup in my hair here. So this is one of like the viral foundations that like TikTok kind of made blow up, so it was really hard for me to get my hands on it for a while because I have so much makeup I got in my hair. Because you can use this as just like a foundation by itself, because it does have, I took it out for some reason, but it has like another compartment underneath where it's got like a sponge, so you could really just like take this on the go, which I've definitely done before. It's for little touch-ups, but I'm sure I'm blending all this into my neck a little bit. This has been a couple days since I fake tanned, so we're starting to look a little bit patchier. I just got my hair cut, so I probably would not want to get that much hair cut off, just because I worked really hard to grow all of my hair. And right now I feel like my hair is really short because I've been bleaching it for the past couple years. Like, my hair used to be like down to here, like on me. So I really appreciate the offer, but I'm not gonna cut any of my hair. I would like maybe consider like dyeing it, like if someone like kind of wanted to see it like a little bit more blonde, or maybe just like a streak, like do like the e-girl like streaks in the front. I'd like maybe consider something like that, but I'm not gonna cut it right now. That's like something I'm like so like sensitive about, is cutting my hair. Like, I like kind of hate getting my hair cut, so I don't do it as often as I need to. But yeah, I made affiliate officially at like 7:30 this morning, so I woke up to that email and I was so excited. So really appreciate like everyone who has been like watching and like commenting and everything. So really appreciate all of you. So that was really cool this morning to wake up to. All right, I'm now going to move on to bronzer. I'm going in with the NARS bronzer. This is one of my favorite bronzers. I could show you the other bronzer that I have. So I do go in with, I think this brush is supposed to be used for like highlight, honestly, but I feel like it gives me like a softer, it's like a softer bronze. I do feel like this gives me kind of like a cooler bronze. The other bronzer that I also use, I haven't used this one in a while, but this is the Physicians Formula Matte Minoy, I don't know if I said that right, butter bronzer. It smells really nice. I don't know what it smells like, but it does smell really nice. But this one I feel like does give me kind of like a warmer bronze, if you can see that. I'm definitely over bronzing now, but that's okay. I don't have any subscription goals yet. I was just so excited to be affiliate. Like, I don't know. I just think it's so exciting that people like actually want to watch like my life and me doing like makeup and crafts and like shopping and like gaming. But my family dinner, it went well. It was cool. You know, I love just kind of like being dressed up, like putting on all the jewelry and everything. So I feel like I'm like a big occasion gal. Like I just feel like I like invent occasions to like like dress up and do makeup. Like I don't know. Like I feel like in my everyday, like I don't know. I just look like this is kind of what I look like my everyday life. Like I just wear like leggings with like a tank top and like a big sweater. So like for me, like I'll just celebrate like literally every holiday and throw kind of like a party and like get all dressed up for no reason. So for me, all about the dress up and doing things. Going in with my blush here. This is also the NARS blush. I just have like the trial travel size of this just because I don't know if I like it or not yet. I don't know. I feel like it does a little something. I'm sure to blend this into my bronzer a little bit here. Thank you for the compliment. I'm glad we're liking how this is coming together so far. Definitely do like a little bit of like a more simple look today. That's because I'll probably go hiking with my family today at some point. I think it's raining right now, but hopefully a little later it stops raining. We can go outside and do a little something. I'm one of those people that likes to, okay, that was like a little bit much. I like to put my highlighter on my nose. I just feel like it really like ties the whole look together. I typically just do the tip, but now I've put on quite a bit, but that's okay. I just really like how glowy it is. Like you can definitely, like you can see it. It's pretty intense. This is the Ofra highlighter. As you can see, it's like pretty dirty because I use it quite a bit. And I think this is like the second highlighter I've gone through, which I never thought I'd finish a highlighter because there's just so much product in there each time. Now I'm going to go in and do my eyes. Plans for Mother's Day. I made my mom pancakes this morning, so that came out pretty good. Little banana pancakes, so that was cool. Going in with my eyelid primer here, the KVD Shake Primer. Just putting this on just so that my eyeshadows stay on my face a little bit better. But this is one of my favorite eyeshadow primers that I've used, and I've used quite a few eyeshadow primers over the years. I'm trying to think about what eyeshadow palette I want to go in with here. I'll probably go in with my newest one. I recently got the Tartelette Toasted palette, so I'm gonna try to do something fun from here. But I've used quite a few different eyeshadow primers over time. I think I'm gonna go in. I think this is gonna be just my basic eyeshadow look. I'm gonna go in with Cashmere here. But I think I used an eyeshadow primer from Morphe. That one was decent. It was reasonably priced. I've used the Urban Decay one that's all over the place. I thought that one was good. I just have a hard time blending them out sometimes. I just feel like I spend so much time like blending the eyeshadow primers out onto my eye that it just is too time consuming. That was my problem with the Urban Decay one. I also used to use a NYX eyeshadow primer I think at one point, and that one was decent, but I just really like the KVD one because it's like a priming water, so I just feel like then I don't have to blend it. It goes on clear, works out great. But it's all about finding the products that work for you, and I think for the most part, I'm just repeating products. So like whenever I like run out of a product, I just go and buy the same thing. I'm not necessarily trying like a lot of new things, which is good. I'm glad I finally got to that point because I've been doing makeup for so long. But I do probably want to start like trying to find like dupes for more like the high end like makeup products that I have, and try to find some lower cost ones just because I feel like I am spending like a lot of money on makeup, and I don't necessarily have to because the lower ended products do just as good of a job as well. So I'm just going all over my eyelid with this basic cashmere color here. I also think I'm gonna put this one under my eye as well. All the brushes I'm using are basically Sigma brushes. I do not do any sort of like cleaning or like wiping them off before I switch colors, which like maybe I should do, but I really don't use that like intensive colors that I feel like I really need to do that. Also, pretty much all my eye looks I feel like I do, they're all pretty much like neutral colors, so I'm not switching from like a neon pink to like a neon green to like a neon blue. I don't know if there's actually a neon blue, but to like a blue, so I don't feel the need to do that. They definitely have some great products for doing things like that, so. I've just never been like a girl that's like great at like doing all like the bright color makeup. Like a lot of my makeup's just like a lot more natural, which are like what I consider natural. I'm gonna go in with Sunrise, just put a little bit of this on my brow bone. Oh, I haven't done my eyebrows yet, but just when they're done, then it'll pop a little bit more. This one I feel like is like a touch shimmery, which I don't know how I feel about that, but I think it looks okay. I'm now going to go in with, let's try to do like 2 shimmers. Let's try to do something fun, and hopefully I don't get glitter all over my face. Then I'm gonna go in with Sunset towards like the outer portion of my eye, and the inner portion I'm gonna go in with Candle. Let's try to do like a nice little darker shimmer to like a lighter shimmer maybe. We'll see how this looks. I'm actually quite far away from my mirror like when I'm doing makeup, so I can't actually tell how this is looking. I think it's not bad. It's getting there. I feel like these shimmers, they're pretty pigmented. There's definitely, I think there's like more probably like, I wouldn't say like indie brands, but like newer up and coming like homemade like brands that are extremely shimmery like on Etsy. Like if you really want that like extreme shimmer, I think that can be found in like more of those kinds of products, not necessarily like these mass marketed products. Like if you're really looking for that like super shimmery, like if anyone's heard of it, like the multi-chrome or like duochrome as it's called, where like the shadow's like super shimmery and it's kind of like the finish or like wraps on cars where like you look at it one way and it's one color and you look at it the other way it's like a different color. So they make eyeshadows like that, and that's typically not something you'd like walk into a store and find. Like you'd have to go to like an Etsy or kind of like a different place to try to find things like that. So I think it's kind of like the same thing for if you want like something that's like ultra shimmery that's not necessarily like on the, you know, you wouldn't be able to just walk into a store and find it. But for me, I feel like these are shimmery enough, because I don't need something like that necessarily. But I'm just gonna try to blend the darker shimmer shade in this lighter one I'm putting on. I feel like I'm not the best at doing my inner corner here, because I feel like on this eye, like it turns out go with the inner corner. On this eye, like I'm like, let me just add like a little bit more, and then all of a sudden I have like way too much. But just trying to make sure my shimmers are blended in here. Yeah, I think I'm already doing a little too much on the inner corner here, but that's okay. Got the shimmers on. I feel like it's like decently natural. It's like making a little statement for the day. So I'm gonna call that good on the eyeshadows. Just keep it simple. I might do a little wing today. That might be fun. I think I'll do a little wing. So I'm gonna go in with my winged eyeliner tool. They actually don't make this anymore, which I'm really sad about because I really liked it. But it is the Wonder Wing tool by Rimmel London. I've used this before on my streams, but it's got like this little like triangle tip on it, so you just like stamp it onto your eye, and I feel like it really helps with making the little wing. So let's try this. I'm gonna do it on like my eye where, because I'm half Asian, like it folds over a little bit more on this eye, so I'm gonna do it on this eye first and then try to just match it up on this eye where my eyelid doesn't fold over as much. So I just find a triangled piece. It's gonna be like a little wing. I don't do anything crazy. Okay, so this is how this one looks. I'm basically gonna try to copy it over here. Okay, that looks decent. Could be better, could be worse. So I'm then gonna go in with my KVD tattoo liner and just connect the wing over to, oh, that was kind of thick. Just draw the line on my eye. Okay, that line is really thick. That makes me upset, but that's okay. I definitely want this to be like more of like a subtle thing, but that's okay. Let me just connect all of this here. Okay, that's good. I'm just mad at how thick this one turned out. I don't know why I did that. Okay, that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it. Looks not bad. We'll just cover up this eye a little bit with my hair. I'm gonna go in with my lash primer here. Just prime my lashes. I feel like normally when I do eyeshadow, like I'll put on false lashes, so then like you really can't see the shadow. But that's okay. I'm already like halfway through the day. Like it's already like almost noon time where I'm at, so don't need to like put on too much and waste the products. I'm gonna go with my Urban Decay Perversion mascara. I think this is like the second or third time I bought this mascara because I just really like it. I think it gives like a nice separation to my lashes. It makes them look longer without making them look too chunky. Because the next mascara I'm going to put on is definitely a bit chunky. And I don't know if that's like user error, if it's like product error, but I like have to layer them. Otherwise it's too chunky. It's too much. I do not have the patience to sit here and just like keep recoating my lashes in mascara, which like a lot of people do have the patience for, and good for them. But I feel like I just dip my wand in the mascara once, and however much that coats my lashes is how much I go for. I'm gonna go in and do my lower lashes, just because I'm one of those people that likes lower lashes. Some people don't, some people do. One of the people that do. This is also one of the top ways that I ruin my makeup is that I'll go in to do lower lashes and I'll like accidentally like stamp some mascara like under my eye, and then there's just like a big black blotch that I have to deal with. But I like the look, so it's a risk that I have to take. Now I'm going to go in with this mascara, the 5D Lash Pal Volumizing Mascara. This one is like too chunky for me to use on its own. And I don't know if it's like the fault of this product or me, but it just makes my lashes so chunky when I use it by itself. I just end up like pulling at my lashes all day, which is not a good habit. So I just put on like a little bit of this just to give it like a little extra volume, a little extra something. I love doing the wings on my eyes, but I always feel like it's just like, it's such a chance that they're not gonna like look good and they're gonna look like completely different. Because right now they look kind of different, but it's like not awful. I don't know, it's kind of a risk. I'm like afraid to go in and fix it and like add too much, but I think I could fix this like a little bit, and that will help like a little bit. Okay, that looks maybe a little better, maybe not, oh well. Moving right along. I'm now gonna go in and do my brows with the Morphe pencil. gonna brush my brow hairs up a little bit. I have noticed that like this cheek does look a little bit blotchy because I use 2 different bronzers on it, so I'm just gonna go in and just blend it in like a little bit more here. But hopefully like when I put the setting spray on, it'll just kind of blend everything together a little bit better, because I feel like that's kind of what happens sometimes, which is good. I'm also gonna recurl like the front section of my hair just so that it looks a little bit better than it does now. Because even though I curled my hair like probably less than 24 hours ago, it's already uncurled a lot, which is sad. Because I really like my hair curled, it doesn't last and it takes such a long time. But I am now going in my brows here. Just doing a little outline of kind of what I want them to look like. Just drawing something in. I used to have my eyebrows microbladed, which basically means like went in and like tattooed eyebrows onto me. And I was like, perfect, I'm not gonna have to wake up every day and do my eyebrows, but it wasn't enough brow for me, so I still had to do them every day, and I spent like hundreds of dollars getting them tattooed. But it did provide like a nice like template, at least, for what my eyebrows should look like. So I do kind of miss it in that respect, but oh well. It lasted for a few years. If anyone's thinking of doing it, I would say go for it. You can always get it. I think they can like remove it also if you don't like it, and you can always cover it up. For me, I think there was probably about like a week where I didn't do my eyebrows like after I had it done. Then I was like, this is enough eyebrow for me. So then I went back to doing my eyebrows, but it was at least like a good template. Just like a good guide. But I'm just trying to make my eyebrows look somewhat similar here. I still feel like I'm not that good at doing my eyebrows on my stream because I can't like see as well. But I can always go in and touch them up with like a Q-tip also. But as long as my eyebrows look somewhat similar, like, I'll take it for the day. Just gonna touch up this first one a little bit here. I basically draw in the whole thing with a pencil, and then I just go in and do like a little bit of gel. I'm going in with this MAC brow brush. I'm just gonna try to like flatten it out a little bit so the bristles are a little bit closer, so I can get a little bit more accuracy here with the gel. This is also the Morphe Gel. I've used quite a bit of it. It's like almost done, honestly, which is good. Because I feel like some makeup products, I'm like, I'm never gonna use this full thing. And then I do. I think for me it's just because I feel like I've found my products that I like, so I'm not like, oh, there's this new thing that I want to try. I just feel like I'm not trying as much stuff anymore, because I was like, why would I try something when I have something that like works and that I like? But probably should start trying some more stuff. It's also like, I feel like how I spent like a lot of my money when I was working at a makeup store was I was just like, oh, we got this in and it's new and I have to try it. And that's not always good. It's great to try stuff, but sometimes you can just let other people try it and just hear their reviews on it. But I feel like, I don't know, like at least for me, like every time I look at someone's review, like I'll see like, oh, my holy grail like drugstore products, and they'll be like completely different products that everyone recommends as like their holy grail products. So I don't know, makeup's just one of those things that's like so individual. Sometimes you do just have to like try products for yourself and see. Which that's one of I guess the advantages of, like, I don't like promoting like buying the more expensive products, but that is one of the advantages of the more expensive products, is you can typically try them out in the store. Like you typically can't go and try like a CoverGirl, like a Maybelline, like a NYX product, but you can try like an Anastasia Beverly Hills, like an Urban Decay product. So you do sometimes know like a little bit more of what you're paying for, but you are kind of paying more for that like extra piece. So it's a give and take. I've made one of my eyebrows much thicker than the other, so I'm just trying to fix this here a little bit. I'm glad we're liking the look so far. Just trying to make it look like as symmetrical as possible. But I'm going to fix my hair also, so I'm going to plug in my hair curler so I can fix the front of my hair a little bit here. I'm going with the same hair curler that I used yesterday. I'm just gonna like touch up probably like the first like couple front pieces, because it's not bad. Like it still definitely looks like wavy, but it doesn't look like as curled as it looked yesterday. While that heats up, I'm gonna go in with my NYX Control Freak brow gel here and just keep this all in place. Some people, I think, put on brow gel before all their brow products, but I have not figured that out. I tried to do that one time and I just had a really hard time applying the products because there was like already so much gel in my brows. So, you know, you could also just use this by itself. Like you could just use brow gel by itself. I'm having a really hard time fixing my eyebrows today. That's okay. We're just gonna put my hair over this side and just cover it. No one's gonna know. Go in with my setting spray. Let me show you guys the non-dented one. It is the Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. Put this all over my face. Go in, a little fan. Just fan it out so that hopefully my makeup stays a little bit longer on my face. This is really nice to do when it's like warm out. Right now it's quite cold. Unfortunately, where I'm at least for me, it's cold. It's like California cold. Which is like probably what spring and summer is like a lot of other places, unfortunately. I was gonna heat protect my hair, but hopefully the heat protectant I had in it from yesterday is still there. So I'm just gonna go in and curl, I think like a couple of just like the front pieces, just recurl those just so it looks a little bit better. I don't know, maybe I'll try to, I could like style my hair today. I could do like, I feel like this is my hairstyle I do like every day for work. Let me get a comb so it looks a little bit better here. But I feel like once I figured out how to do this hairstyle, like I feel like this has kind of been like my go-to hairstyle is like just putting it all on top of my head. I normally do it with a scrunchie, but I don't have a scrunchie near me. I'm just gonna do it with a hair tie for now. Okay, that looks pretty even. That's like a good amount of hair on each here. All right, just gonna tie this on top of my head. This is like probably my go-to hairstyle. Like I probably do this several days a week. Which I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. But thank you. I feel like it does add like a little bit of volume to my hair. Tomb Raider look. I'll do that. I honestly don't feel like I really need to fix my hair now. Like this does not look bad. But I'll fix a couple of the front piece. Actually, I'll probably just fix the pieces that are in the ponytail here. So I'm just gonna take like 2 sections here of my hair. Do this front section. Just so that it looks a little more curled, because my hair does not like being curled, just that. It's one of those things where I want to like add a bunch of hairspray so that my hair stays curled, but I also don't want my hair to be like super crunchy and gross. So it's a balance, but this will help make everything look more, I don't know, a little more put together. Okay, now that one's like very curled and the rest of my hair isn't, so I'll have to try to brush that one out a little bit. I feel like my hair just looks kind of flat. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I feel like because like I've bleached my hair so much that it like has made my hair strands so thin that my hair like naturally is like just like a little bit flat, but I'm glad it doesn't look bad. So I just feel like maybe I'll curl a couple of these front ones too. But just kind of recurl it. I should probably hold this for a little bit less long on my hair so that it's not like as super curly. Just blend in a little bit. Okay, there we go. So now that's one side's done. Although it all looks better when it's like in the front. It's funny because I used to do this hairstyle for like concerts. Like anytime I go to a concert, I was like, this is my go-to hairstyle. And then now I just do it like every day for work. I think I still do it for concerts though. I don't know, I just haven't found like another hairstyle that I'm like, this is so great. Like since I found this one. Alright, now I'm gonna hold this one as long, just so that hopefully it looks like, gets like a little more natural, blends in with the rest of this, because sometimes I'll like say, okay, I'm just gonna like go in and just touch up the curls, and then I end up like recurling my entire head. And I'm not trying to do that today. I'm also trying to figure out what lipstick I want to do, because I think I had found my lipstick that I thought I had lost. And I'm trying to think about where I had put it. I guess I could try a lipstick I haven't used in a while. Me as well, right? Alright, I'm going to curl just this front piece here. And then I think that's gonna be good for the hair. Just gonna put on lipstick and call it a look for the day. All right, I think that's gonna be pretty good. Just when it's all in the front, and I think it looks pretty good. Not bad. All right, turn this off. I'm now gonna go in with my lipstick primer. This is the MAC Prep and Prime. This is probably the third or fourth time that I've rebought this product, because I don't know if it's just a glorified chapstick, but I do feel like, also a little bit, I like it. I do have a cheaper version of this that I bought, so I'll have to see when I'm out of this, like how the two compare. But I'm gonna go in with, this is so gross. I need to wipe this off before I show this. This is so sad. I think it's because it's like most of my makeup's like behind me in like a little cart. Like I have one of those. Let me show it to you guys. I have one of these carts from like IKEA. So I'll do like my like makeup up here. Then I'll have like skincare and then just like makeup removal stuff. Because I really like just having the cart. But I also have like a drawer that's like right beneath me that I have like other stuff like my lashes that I don't use every day in here. And so I think sometimes the drawers open a little bit, so just like my powders that I put on my face will like fall into the drawer. And so like this one is kind of all powdery. But this has been my favorite lipsticks actually, these like Stila Stale Day liquid lipsticks, but they definitely transfer a little bit. So like if I were to go and like drink some water right now, like it would leave a mark on the cup, and like I hate that. Like I don't know why, but I just like hate doing that. Like probably because I have to like, you know, like do my own dishes and like clean them, and sometimes the dishwasher won't even get these lipsticks off, and I'm like, what is this that I'm putting on my body? Like, that can't be good. But I'm gonna try this one today. I'm probably gonna have to blot it with a little bit of tissue paper just so that I'm not transferring everywhere, because I just don't like that. So I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna wipe some of this off just so it's not like too much color. But this is just like a nice neutral, like natural-ish looking color. It's like a nice pink. I used to do like a lot more red like every day, because I used to work at a workplace where I had to wear red. But now I'm just like an analyst who works from home, so I wear like more neutral colors now. Hello, commenter. Lime lipstick. A lot of these days I'll have to do like a darker like look, because I do have a really good like dark lipstick that I like, but it's just like really intense. So my trick when I do my lips is that I smile and I look at what it looks like, because hopefully at some point in my day I'll be smiling, and I don't want people to be like, wow, my lipstick's like super uneven. So that's how I try to make sure it's even. And I feel like I overline like a little bit, but not too much. So I feel like it's just like a nice like neutral color, but it doesn't like dry down. So that's one thing I don't like about it. So I do feel like I just kind of blot off like the top color part of it. So if I were to go like drink something right now, like this would be left on the cup, which I don't like. So just blotting off like the top part that's wet. But I do have like a really good like dark lipstick that I used to wear. This is, all these are so like dusty, but this is the Lime Crime Saint, and it's hard to tell like how dark it is, but it's like quite a dark like color. So at some point I'll have to do an eye makeup look that involves like the darker color, but not today. I'm just trying to keep it like light and simple, just kind of breezy. Let me take this to where like, the lighting's like a little bit more natural. So I don't know, just like a nice natural look for the Sunday. So I appreciate all of you just taking time out of your Sunday to hang out with me, just kind of look at my makeup look. So appreciate you all. Have a good rest of your day.